Okay, well, about a week ago I started a project, the 100-day project. So I'm going to do some acrylic painting every day, so I need to do some practice because I've only done about 5 acrylic paintings and that was a while ago now. I've mostly been using watercolours, and the only reason I'm showing you this now is I'm going to show you the first painting I did in the project, and it is of Amedeo Modigliani's, the Italian painter's painting. But because I don't want to have any problems with any age restriction and everything, what I did is I put a t-shirt on her. But I have, as you can see, done 2 original sketches, and when I do the proper painting it will be the nude proper version of it. So this is all about the actual practice itself. It's got nothing to do with the finished article, and as you just saw, this is just the top half, and like I said, I've put a t-shirt on it so we don't have any age restriction problems. As you can see by this one, you know, obviously the colours are not great to the original, but that's going to take some work, plus the fact if you see things on YouTube or on the TV, the colours and everything are completely different. There's nothing like standing in front of the original painting, and as I haven't done so, it's a bit difficult to see exact colours anyway. So for example, I could show you 2 photos, I'm not going to, but 2 photos online where the lady is quite pale and pink, and another one when she's near enough orange. So bear that in mind. Anyway, so this is the first day, and I actually did 2. And I just done a cow, and the only reason I did that is because I did an ink sketch of the same picture, and then I did a watercolour of the same picture, and I thought, right, I'll have a go with acrylics. That's what got me into doing this, the 100-day project. To anyone that knows, there are set dates that the official one runs, but there's nothing to stop us doing it at any time. Anyway, as it's only about my 6th acrylic painting now, at the age of 50 odd, I'm quite pleased with it so far. It's just got to work on the colours, obviously. Day 2, I did this from a reference photo of a grey heron, and again I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, bearing in mind again this is only about my 7th painting or whatever. Day 3, another painting by Amedeo Modigliani, the Italian painter, and I was on a roll and I decided I was going to do another one of his paintings. Now, to be truthful, I did 2 that day, but this is the first one I did, and I was just really not happy. Although it's all about the practice, and I just wasn't happy. Just you get like that sometimes. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and it would have been fine, but I got it in my head, and it was really bugging me. So the later that day, I sat down and I sketched and painted this one, and you know I'm getting there. I'm way off, but you know, getting some colours and shading and stuff like that using acrylic paint is very different than watercolour, which hence the practice. And no reason, I just happened to be on a roll with doing the Italian painters I've already mentioned, because I'm not pronouncing his name very well. So anyway, another one of his paintings. What I really liked about this one that I did get right is that in the original painting you can still see the outline even though they're both black, and I managed to do this area with an old cheap stiff brush, and I just kept going over it till it was dark enough, but you could still see the outline of the hair and the body, and for that reason I was really chuffed with that, because like I said, you know, total at the end of this week I've done about 15 paintings of acrylic in my whole life, so apart from when I was at school, which is a long time ago. So I've got to be happy with that, and I actually am. And another one by the Italian painter whose name I'm going to struggle with. There's just a couple of things, don't worry about it, I've got to go over this another time, but again, it's just a practice, and I just want a near approximation of the original, and just to get my practice in. And what I was happy with was, I believe the woman has got sort of reddish sort of hair, so I'm quite happy how the hair colour turned out, considering I'm quite a novice at with acrylics, so that I was happy with. But actually, though the picture turned out smaller, it probably took a bit longer than the other ones I've shown you so far. And on the 7th day, another one by the Italian painter, Amedeo Modigliani. Yeah, and I'm again a rough approximation of what I can see on the TV. The colours are not quite there, but you know, like there is pink and that is it. The original was lighter, but then I'm not trying to copy it exactly. I'm trying to do it to the best of my ability at this time, and to get some practice in. And so that's my first week of the 100-day project, and obviously got a lot more painting to do. But I just thought I'd just show you what I've been up to, and I think it is a good thing to set yourself a goal of doing something for a period of time. So like, whether it be 30 days, in this instance it's 100 days, because if you think, if you did a painting a day, then that's 100 paintings. You're bound to have learned something by the time you get to the 100th painting. I have set my goal at just painting acrylic every day. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to finish a painting, although I have. These are not finished articles. These are first impressions, like I said, by my ability at this time. But if you skip a day or whatever, you know, it's like everything, don't beat yourself up. I'm going to really try not to. So what I've done is, like, for example, I've got these lids here for some jars that I keep my tea in, tea bags, and I need to paint them. So what I thought is, well, if ever I don't feel like doing too much, I can work on a couple of these. And if I just show you, obviously this jar, I did one a while ago, but I did make a mistake of not doing it, not painting the lid with some primer, and the silly thing is I actually had some primer, but I thought it will stick alright. But anyway, not to worry, I can do it again. As you can see, it's just so I can see that I've got chamomile tea. I also drink lots of different teas, hence why I want to do some different lids. Anyway, so yeah, that's the 100-day project that I've just started. So, you know, like I said, I'm even in the first week, I'm pleased so far, and onwards and upwards. Anyway, take care. Bye for now.